Okay, so hi guys, it's Allison Marie. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you're new. Um, Now normally I make Sims content. And truthfully, I've made a few videos on inZOI, but I wanted to make this video because I'm honestly getting super excited about the release of inZOI. On the date of me recording this, it is currently February 19th, so we are only a little bit over a month away from the release date of inZOI, which, if you don't know, is releasing on March 28th. It was confirmed in the Discord by Kajin, who is a director of inZOI. Now, as a Sims player, you can obviously tell by my name, I honestly, when I first saw this, I'm like, oh my god, this is fabulous. I immediately fell in love because I love Alpha CC, and this basically what my dream is for The Sims 5 is basically what inZOI is. So I'm really excited. But in today's video, we are obviously going to be going over the 22 features that have been confirmed to be coming in inZOI's base game. No expansion packs, no stuff packs, no nothing. This is what is confirmed to be coming in the base game by creators and by the game devs. And also some of them have been proven with the CreatorZOI demo back in, what was that, like August of 2024? Without further ado, let's get started. So, number 1, cars are confirmed to be in the base game. 100% they're in the base game, and not only are they in the base game, your Sims can actually drive them. Your Zois can actually drive them, and like you control them the same way you control the Zois. So in this game, if you don't know, to control the Zois to move around, it is WASD. And same for the car. If you want to go forward, you press W. Backwards, I think it's A. I don't know. But you get the point. Side is A, to the left is A, to the right is D, and then down is S. So it's just WASD to control the Zoe and the car. And then to rotate the camera angle, you rotate your mouse. Number 2, confirmed feature that's coming in inZOI in the base game is babies and infants, which The Sims 4 could never. I'm sorry, The Sims 4 didn't even have toddlers in the base game. When your Sim literally gave birth, they gave birth to a newborn, and then when that newborn was ready to age up after 3 days, if you're playing a normal lifespan, they're only babies for 3 days, they would age up directly into an 8-year-old child, which is insane that they even thought that they could release a game with no toddlers, no infants, just you go directly from fresh out the womb to elementary school. That is just flabbergasting to me. I never played that version of The Sims 4. I started playing The Sims in 2019. But it's just wild that The Sims 4 literally launched with no toddlers and no infants. That's insane to me. And I've seen photos of the babies, and honestly, they're what they're what I was hoping infants would be in The Sims 4. Truthfully, full honesty, full transparency. So I'm really excited about that. Because you can control them and the whole shebang. So, moving on to number 3. There is a color wheel basically on everything in this game. In CAS and in Build By. The Sim I always keep on wanting to say sim. The ZOIs have eyes that are customizable by the color wheel. The hair is customizable by the color wheel. I think even the literally everything is customized by the color wheel, because I'm thinking back to the Create a ZOI demo, and I remember picking out colors from a color wheel to match. And I think there's also like an eyedropper tool. Don't quote me on that. But I know that there is a color wheel, and I know it's in base game, and it's in Create a ZOI, and it's in Build By. So I'm really looking forward to that. So, number 4, open world. Now, every single person who has played the old Sims games knows about open world. Specifically The Sims 3. Now, I have personally not played The Sims 3. I know, shocking. I've played The Sims 1 and The Sims 2 on this channel previously, and I will probably link that in the top right hand eye if editing me remembers to do that. But yeah, I've never played The Sims 3. But one thing I know is that it is kind of, I don't want to say tedious or stupid to have like not open world in The Sims 4, but it doesn't really make sense that in The Sims 4, okay, let me rephrase this. In The Sims 3, there was open world, and I believe as well as Sims 2. There wasn't obviously in The Sims 1, but in The Sims 3, there was open world. And you would think that for the next gen, after The Sims 3, you'd want to keep the features that are already in the current game, and then just like expand upon it with The Sims 4. No, that's not what they did. They literally stripped out every single good feature that was in The Sims 3 out of The Sims 4. Like, it's just wild. So I'm really, really, really excited about the fact that inZOI is open world. Yeah, it's just gonna be so good, because you can like just walk around, and like I think from what I've seen in people's videos who have like played it in like the test demo, like if you just want to hop into like another household, I think you just have to right click on the ZOI, and you can like immediately like just swap to the family and like see what's going on. So yeah, that's another really, really good feature. Number 5, active careers. I'm gonna pause there for a second. And active careers, yes, we are getting active careers in the base game in inZOI. Keep in mind that active careers came with Get to Work. Now, granted, yes, Get to Work was the first Sims 4 expansion pack. We got them very early on. I don't know the exact release date of Get to Work, but as far as I know, it was in 2015. When in 2015, I'm not entirely sure. Editing me, I'll probably put it on the screen. Anyways, active careers came with Get to Work, and then we got them again in I want to say the next pack we got them in was Get Famous, and then I can't remember any other ones off the top of my head. If you guys can remember any, let me know in the comments down below, but I think those are the only like technically like active careers are the ones in Get to Work, and then the acting career, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I'm fairly positive. But literally every single career in inZOI is an active career. And if, like, let's just say, for example, one sim in your household is a K-pop star, and you're controlling them for part of their day, and they're, you know, dancing and doing everything, that you can just automatically just switch to the other ZOI. I always want to say sim by default. You just have to click on the other ZOI, and you can see what they're doing at their job. They can be convenience store clerk, and you don't even have to control them. They'll just kind of do their own thing. So I really like that even if you aren't controlling your ZOI, like, and you're following just one, you're not following the other ZOI will still do their job. So I really, really like that. Number 6, jet skis. Yes, there are jet skis in the base game of inZOI. which again is pack content in The Sims 4. Jet skis came with Island Living. I think this is starting to be a trend. Honestly, there's going to be a lot of things that are in the base game of inZOI that are paid pack content in The Sims 4. And I think every Sims game, honestly, I think a lot of the features in inZOI that come in the base game are paid pack content. Pretty much every single Sims game. Don't quote me on that, but I'm fairly positive of that. But we're going to be getting jet skis, and I think there's tanning and a whole bunch of other things like that. And moving on to number 7 very quickly, because I was going to mention this. But number 7 is surfing. Surfing is included also in the base game, which surfing isn't even in The Sims 4. Which they're always like, oh, it'd be so difficult to animate it in The Sims 4. inZOI did it in the base game. Now, granted, they are using Unreal Engine, which The Sims 4 is not running on. But come on, this is what makes me so nervous about The Sims 5. Because basically inZOI is everything that I want The Sims 5 to be, and I just know EA is not going to make inZOI like an inZOI version of The Sims 4. I just know it. I know it. There's not a doubt in my mind. People have been saying for years, I want open world, I want realistic graphics, I want a color wheel, I want this, that, the third. The inZOI team heard that, and it was like, okay, you Sims players want all this stuff. We're gonna give you a whole new game with every single thing that you've asked EA for years. Literally, I remember back in 2019, there was this fan-made trailer of The Sims 5 going around, and I think even Della Gracie reacted to it, and it's all hyper realistic because that's what people want the next gen of the games to be. Because it's why not? We have RTX graphics cards, we have ray tracing and capable graphics cards. Even my graphics card is older and starting to be kaput. It's still an RTX 2070 Super, but it's just, we have ray tracing capable graphics cards, and I think from what I even saw with the reports of the 5090, how do I want to explain this? For every frame that there is, the graphics card makes another frame, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it. Watch Linus Tech Tips. He explains it better. But it's just wild. There's so many things that are in the base game of inZOI that is paid pack content in The Sims 4 and in all the Sims games. Moving on to number 8. Face capture ID. Now, what do I mean when I say this? So, I know it kind of sounds like, oh, you're unlocking the game by playing with face capture ID. No, it's not what I'm saying. I really don't know how else to describe this other than face capture ID. Basically, let's say you have a ZOI in Create a ZOI. You can connect your phone to the game, and you can use your phone camera, and you can talk, and your ZOI will mimic your facial movements, your eyes and your muscles in your cheeks and your mouth. So let's just say I'm talking right now, obviously, and let's just say I recorded a ZOI, a ZOI version of myself talking. The ZOI's mouth would be moving in tandem with what I'm saying, which that is crazy and insane. And the fact that they even thought about that, I wouldn't have even thought about that as a feature to do. Kudos to you, whoever on the inZOI team thought of that. You are a real one. Truthfully, that is fucking insane, and you deserve an award just for that alone. There's so many features in this game, I don't even know if I would have even thought of that. That's what I wanted, but now that it's been offered to me, it's wow. You really are doing that? That is so cool. I can't believe that's even a possibility. On that same note, number 9, you can take a photo of an object in real life and import it into the game using the same features as this Face ID. So like you take a photo of it on your phone, and then I don't know if you send it to your PC or like how exactly it gets it. I'm sure like I saw it in Emma Nicole's video, and I think a Cotton Sock mentioned it before, but I know Emma Nicole really went into detail with it and like took a photo of her YouTube plaque and put it in the game. I don't know exactly what they're calling this feature, so I'm just calling it getting an object from IRL into in-game by a photo. I really don't know what they're calling it, if they're calling it a specific thing. But let's just say, for instance, you're a gamer, you're a streamer, and you love your custom built PC because you spent so much money on it. And you have your ZOI self, and like, even though it's decoration, like you can take your phone, take a photo of your PC and import it into the game, and the game will make you that custom object. Like, that's insane. Like, my mind is blown. Like, I think from what I've seen, like, they're not 100% functional. Like, it won't function as a computer, but if it's a chair, it'll function as a chair. But if you're taking a photo of your PC, like, I don't think it'll function as a computer, but hey, things might have changed. I don't know. Another thing, still talking about imports, texture imports. So you can take a photo of a pattern or like a person's face, for example, and put it on bedding, photos. I think you can make wallpaper with it, clothes. Basically, it'll just be texture in the game. Now, this is taxing on your graphics card when you do it. I've done it, and I can do it because obviously I do have a 2070 Super. Is it older? Yes. But I still have an RTX 2070 Super. It's not a crappy graphics card. It's just old. So I was able to do this when the inZOI demo was out, and it blew my mind. Like, I know I imported a BTS album cover for a ZOI shirt because like I knew how I wanted the shirt to look, and I knew that was the only photo I had on my desktop that like could like replicate what I wanted it to look like. So I did do that. But yeah, I think actually the ZOI is in the thumbnail for this video, if I'm not mistaken, because I already made the thumbnail before I recorded this video. But yeah, and then I think another one that I did was the heart dress on one of the other ZOIs, and then I feel like I imported like a couple other ones, but I can't remember them. I can't really remember them, but all the inZOI videos are in a playlist on my channel. This video will also be in the playlist, so if you just go on my channel and look up inZOI, you can watch all my other CreatorZOI videos. And I even did like a 4.5 hour live stream on it with the CreatorZOI demo when it was out. So yeah, the next thing is another thing that is paid DLC in The Sims 4. That is free in the base game. Well, not free. I'm sure you're gonna have to pay for the inZOI, but it's included in the base game, which is weather. Which praise God. Like honestly, like it is a life simulation. Weather happens. It rains. It snows. It's sunny. It's cloudy. It's foggy. Like, it's not too much to ask to put weather in the base game, especially if I'm paying $40 for the base game. Keep in mind, The Sims 4 only went free, like, I don't know, like a year or two ago? The Sims 4 base game only went free for a year or two ago. So, literally, for 8 years, you are paying $42.89 with tax. Normally, well, in my area, it's $42.89 with tax, but you're paying $40 for a base game that doesn't have pets and it doesn't have weather. Are you fucking kidding me? And like, that's just infuriating. The EA is just like, I'm tempted to make a video on how much EA is pissing me off recently. Like, it's just, like, I'm just so done. I'm so done. So I've been looking forward to inZOI coming out, so I can literally just basically give EA the big middle double finger and just say, fuck you, EA, I'm not playing The Sims 4 again. Like, it's just... And moving on, after that little mini rant, the next thing that comes in the game is crime. Now, what do I mean when I say crime? There's a lot of other things to do. Like, you can set fires. I think you can beat people up, and you can do a whole bunch of things like that. And a lot of these things you can actually go to jail for. Yeah, like, I think one of the things a lot of those always go to jail for is jaywalking. Like, if you're caught jaywalking or stealing, like, you'll be forced to go to jail. Like, and I don't think you have a choice. I think you're literally, like, forced to go there. Yeah. So, there's cause and effect in this game, which is nice, which also goes along with the karma system that's in the game. So it's basically the more bad things you do, the worse your karma is. The more good things you do, the better your karma is. Kind of like I think it's a Buddhist religion that has that. I don't know. Cause I know about world religions, but I'm not 100% certain that it's Buddhism that has it. I'm fairly certain that it is. But any of you who are Buddhists, you can let me know. But yeah, I do kind of like there's consequences for your actions in the game. So if you litter, your karma goes down. If you argue with someone on the pier, your karma goes down. Where if you're nice to someone, your karma goes up, which I like that. I like that there's consequences for your actions. So the next thing is cutscenes. Now, I'm going to complain about this a little bit because I wish that the weddings, like, you could throw like an actual wedding and it wouldn't just be a cutscene. But I kind of get why it isn't, because weddings in The Sims 4 are a pain in the ass. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. The Sims 4 literally released a pack called My Wedding Stories to fix the issues that the base game has with weddings, and it caused even more problems than it fixed. So yeah, I kind of I understand why they did cutscenes for weddings, but I just wish there was more like customization. Like, I wish that at least like you could like maybe be like, oh, I want my Zoe to wear this outfit. Okay, sorry about that. I don't know exactly what I was talking about. I know it was cutscenes, but my mom bothered me in the middle of recording this, so that's good. I'm gonna have to get my own place soon so she doesn't bother me. So, like, guys, like and subscribe. So yeah, cutscenes. I love cutscenes. Like, but I love and hate them at the same time, because I love that I don't have to deal with the chaoticness of Zois, and I don't have to control them to stay in their seats at a wedding. But I also want to be able to dress my Zois in wedding dresses, and like I love like the character creation aspect of it. I mean, for God's sakes, I think I have almost 200 gigs of custom content in The Sims 4. So, yeah, I definitely have character creation, but that's one thing I wish that like there was in this game. I wish that there were more than one outfit category. Maybe it's changed, but from what I've seen, it's kind of going more off of like The Sims 2 and The Sims 1, where you have one outfit per, like, you make your Sim or Zoi's main outfit, and then the other outfits are kind of like pre-selected. So I don't know. Then again, I do already spend about 30 minutes creating a Zoi. So if I had to make 5 outfits bare minimum for each Zoi, it'd take me a while. It would take me a while. So, well, 3 times, that'd take me about 150 minutes, which is over 2 hours to make one ZOI. So maybe it's a good thing. I don't know, but I just wish there were more outfit options. So, yeah. Okay, so number 14. Things get visibly dirty. Yeah, if you, I keep on mentioning Maddie or Cotton Sock in this, but she's like the main creator that I've watched, and same with Emma Nicole. Those are the 2 creators that I've watched for inZOI content. And I forget if it was Maddie or if it was Emma. But one of them was playing the game, and their like couches were getting dirty. Like your ZOIs have to vacuum daily, or else their houses get filthy, and like their couches got dirty and things like that. So you get like built-in bust the dust. This is the base game has like a lot of Sims 4 packs in the base game. Like there's bust the dust, there's seasons, there's cats and dogs, there's semi bits of get famous. What else? It's like a whole bunch of other ones that I can't think of off the top of my head, but yeah, there's so many like paid DLC features in this game. It is so insane. And the next thing is their nightly shows. Now, what do I mean by nightly shows? I don't know if it's in every world, but I know in Daewon, which is supposed to be a world based off of Seoul, in South Korea, there are like nightly like firework and like almost like drone shows from what I've seen in the trailers and from people playing, which I think is really, really cool. And that world has like a whole bunch of billboards and things like that, and it's just honestly just so cool. Like it's honestly insane. Like the fact that they were able to put drones, like drone shows in the base game, and even in the game at all, is just wild. And I'm not gonna talk about like landscaping and what the world looks like now, because I almost kind of want to keep that for like first impression, like wow, this is so beautiful and things like that when I first play it. But yeah, it is so wild. When I first saw that they were like drone shows in game, I'm like, no way did they animate that. Like that is just beyond cool. And then number 16, they're amusement park rides, and you can actually ride them. Like it's not like a cutscene. Like I remember when I was recently playing The Sims 1, and like your Sims can ride rides. But obviously, since it's Sims 1, it is all like 2D animation. Like it's not 3D at all. Like it's a flat plane. Like you can't like see, you can't see your Sim riding it in like the way you can like in inZOI, if that makes sense. I think I'm explaining that correctly. But then again, it is 12:30 in the morning and I'm recording this. So yeah, there are roller coasters, and then I think there's also a Ferris wheel, and I forget if there's anything else. I haven't watched an inZOI video in a hot minute, but I know there's a Ferris wheel and I know there's a roller coaster. So yeah, best believe one of the first things I'm doing in Bliss Bay is riding that damn roller coaster. So yeah. Now, we're going to switch up a little bit from gameplay and move a little bit onto the building aspect of it. Now, I looked up online like features coming with inZOI because like I wanted to like make sure this video was accurate, and I found this in an article, and it said that they said that Cajun, who is like in the Discord for inZOI, confirmed that there is a floor cap limit. When I tell you what the floor cap limit is, you're going to be insane. So, when you're building in inZOI, actually, I'm going to back up. I'm going to start with The Sims 4. So, when you're building in The Sims 4, I think there's a maximum of 4 floors you can do, and you cannot go higher than 4 floors no matter what. Like, that, and like, you have to put a roof on the 4th floor. You cannot go to a 5th floor. Period. Point blank. You're done. From what I saw when I looked at this up with the features and like things like that, when I was doing research for this video, I found a photo that Cajun, or like a developer of inZOI, put in the inZOI Discord. And according to that post, as I said, this is coming directly from the developer, there's a 30 floor limit for buildings. Now, I'm assuming this is because they want like people to have the ability to create skyscrapers and city buildings and things like that. So yeah, we can make like skyscrapers and things like that. Like they're not just like partly showing, and kind of, they're not like the way that the apartments are in City Living and Eco Lifestyle, where like there's a shell, there's an empty shell underneath the actual apartment, and then you have the apartment, and then like then above it you can go 4 floors. So there's not like that. Like it's, you can actually like build a 30-story building, which if that's true, that's insane. And I want to make an apartment building in inZOI. That video is going to be 2.5 hours long, or I'm going to stream it, one of the two. Like, that's insane. And then number 18. This is something I'm very excited about. Again, going along with paid DLC in the Sims franchise, free in the base game with inZOI. Pets are in the base game, which, as a pet owner, gotta love it. And I mean, honestly, the mascot of inZOI is a cat, so it's honestly very fitting that it is that pets come in the base game. And not only are pets in the base game, but that you can also like set like crocodiles and foxes and like various other animals in the wild, depending on like how you want the world to look. I know that there's crocodiles and foxes. I forget what else there are, but I know that those two things are 100% certain. And and cats. I don't know if there are dogs. I can't guarantee to you that in the world there are dogs, but I know there are cats, crocodiles, and foxes. I know those 3 for certain. Because I've watched like so many videos on this. That's how I know this. And then another thing that, according to this list that I found, there is gas stations confirmed in this game. Obviously, if there's cars, there's got to be gas stations. So basically, it kind of goes hand in hand. You drive a car, car's low on gas, you need to go to the gas station to get gas. You know, obviously, like you need the car needs power somehow. So yeah, I don't really have anything else to say other than gas stations are coming in the base game with inZOI, according to the website that I found. Number 20, fighting. Fighting. Yeah, fighting. You can fight Zoids in this. Like, again, I'm referencing all these videos that I saw because I've sat and watched a whole bunch of videos with inZOI. It was either a Cotton Sock or Maddie, or it was Emma Nicole, who did a video on raining chaos in inZOI, and they had their Zoi like fight people, steal things, beat up the cops, start fires, kill people, and do all sorts of like very interesting things that like you would need mods for in The Sims 4, like the extreme violence mod or something like that. Like, I don't know if you can punch anyone. You might be able to, actually. Why do I vaguely remember seeing a Zoi punch someone? I feel like I remember seeing that. I can't guarantee that, but I vaguely remember seeing that. And if your Zois can punch other Zois, that is that is a mod that is in The Sims 4. That's the extreme violence mod for The Sims 4 in the base game of inZOI. So yeah, yeah. So, another thing that is this is the second to last thing that is on my list. Active police officers. Now, I don't know if you can actually be a police officer, but let's just say you're walking down the street and instead of walking in the crosswalk, you jaywalk. I'm going to say it straight up. You jaywalk, or you steal. But I'm going to use an example of jaywalking. You're walking along the street, you don't go to the crosswalk, and you just walk in the middle. And a police officer happens to see you jaywalking. I don't know exactly how they do it, but I know they give you a ticket, and I'm pretty sure you either have to go to jail or you have a court date, or like there's some type of repercussion for jaywalking. And I think part of it's jail. I don't know if there's anything else. I don't know if you have to go to court, but I'm pretty positive that there is jail if you're caught jaywalking or stealing. And then finally, number 22, which is the final thing on my list. There are car accidents. And of course, it's like if you give a mouse a cookie, they're going, you know, there's going to be car accidents. So with cars, obviously come car accidents. And then from what I've seen online, when your ZOIs get into a car accident, both ZOIs will get out of the car. So each driver will get out of the car, assess the damage. I don't know exactly what happens. I don't think the police get called or anything like that, but I think they both get out of the car, converse for a little bit, and then go on their merry way. But you're controlling the car with WASD, as I said, as number 1. So it's very easy to like hit things, obviously, because you're turning the camera with the mouse, and then you're doing WASD, like the same way you control the ZOI. So it's very, very easy to, you know, hit things and cause damage and things like that. But yeah, that, like, I'm so looking forward to this game. Like, it is unreal. Like, the amount of detail they put into this is insane. But that is my list of 22 confirmed features that are coming in the base game of inZOI, which is releasing March 28th. Which I don't know exactly the date of this video when it's going to be released. I can't guarantee to you. I'm recording this on February 20th, which is almost a month away from the release date. So I don't know if it's going to be coming out like within a week, within 2 weeks, or if it's going to be coming out right before the release of inZOI. But anyways, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you're new and you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe and ding the little notification bell so that way you never miss a video. And I will definitely be playing inZOI upon release. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it a lot. I'm gonna be doing streams, regular content, and things like that on it. So yeah, if you want to see more videos from me on inZOI or any Sims content, for now, please subscribe. I'm also trying to get monetized, so the more you guys watch these videos, the more it helps me out, and I really genuinely appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. If you made it to the end, thank you so much. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I can't wait for March 28th, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.